The first thing I saw was the key in his hand, and the door closing behind me. There was no smile. There were no questions. Only silence. I had promised I wouldn't come back, but he didn't ask me to come back. He made me come back. The sound of the lock turning echoed in the empty office like a final verdict. The metallic click mixed with the drumming of the rain against the panoramic windows, creating an intimate symphony that seemed composed especially for this moment. For the two of us, 3 weeks. That's how long I managed to stay away. 3 weeks of empty mornings, cold coffee, and frustrated attempts to forget the taste of his lips. 3 weeks pretending that working on other projects would fill the void he left. 3 weeks lying to myself, saying I could move on. 3 weeks without hearing his voice, without feeling that gaze that pierced through any defense I tried to build. Until today. The day had started like any other. Empty meetings, reports piling up, superficial conversations with colleagues who didn't know about the silent storm brewing inside me. I had almost convinced myself that I was succeeding, that the sleepless nights and intrusive thoughts were just temporary side effects of a difficult but necessary decision. Then my phone vibrated. A voicemail. 6 words that changed everything. The report isn't the only pending matter. It wasn't the words. It was the tone. Calm, low, unshakable, like a command disguised as an invitation. My hand trembled as I held the device. I closed my eyes and allowed his voice to fill every corner of my mind, resurrecting memories I had tried to bury. The way he pronounced each syllable with calculated precision, how each word carried multiple meanings, creating layers of intention that only I could decipher. The report. Of course there was a report. There was always a professional excuse, a seemingly innocent reason for us to meet. But we both knew that those documents could have been handled by email, by phone, by any means that didn't involve being in the same room, breathing the same air, sharing the same space charged with unresolved tension. And now, I'm here, on the 32nd floor, in front of him. The elevator had ascended in silence, each passing floor increasing the pressure in my chest. The corridor to his office seemed endless, my heels echoing on the cold marble like a countdown. The secretary had left hours ago. He had made sure we would be completely alone. He's leaning against the desk, no tie, the sleeves of his shirt folded with military precision. The city shines through the glass behind him, thousands of lights twinkling like fallen stars. The reflection of the rain trickles down the panels, as if the world outside has slowed down to watch our reunion. The golden light from the desk lamp creates shadows that dance across his face, accentuating the strong line of his jaw, the precise cut of his hair, the way his dark eyes seem to absorb all the light around them. He isn't just handsome, he's magnetic, a gravitational force that pulls everything around him into its orbit. Close the door. It's not a request, it's a whispered order, wrapped in silk, yet still relentless. My hand obeys before my mind can process the decision. The sound of the door closing seals our fate for tonight. I try to regain control, to find my voice, to re-establish some balance of power in this room where he clearly holds all the cards. I wasn't planning on coming back. You were. He doesn't ask. He states it, as if he has direct access to my most intimate thoughts. He takes a step in my direction, then another, and each step steals the air between us, replacing oxygen with pure electricity. I can feel the heat radiating from his body even from a distance. I can see the way his muscles move under the impeccably tailored shirt. I can perceive how he moves with the predatory confidence of someone who always gets what he wants. I thought we had an agreement. The words come out weaker than I intended. My voice betrays the vulnerability I try to hide. The fact that being near him again is dissolving all the barriers I had carefully built over the last 3 weeks. You thought. I didn't. The corner of his mouth lifts, but it isn't a smile. It's a warning. His scent envelops me, a sophisticated blend of wood, spice, and something indefinable that is purely masculine. It's a fragrance that has been seared into my memory, one that would appear at the most unexpected moments to remind me of what I was trying to forget. I feel too warm for such a cold space. My hands begin to sweat, my heart races, my breathing becomes uneven. He notices every reaction, registers every sign of how his proximity affects me. "What do you want from me?" The question escapes before I can think better of it. It's dangerous because we both know he could ask for anything right now, and I would probably give in. He doesn't answer right away. His eyes trace the outline of my face with the precision of an artist studying his masterpiece. He looks at my mouth as if he can remember its exact taste. Then, back to my eyes, where he finds all the confirmation he needs. "What I want, you already know." My breath hitches. He's right, I know. I know because I feel the same thing. The same magnetic pull that defies all logic. The same desire that burns silently, consuming reason and common sense. The same need that brought me back here, despite all my mental protests. "I can't." "You can, and you will." The voice is as smooth as velvet, but the command is crystal clear. He begins to circle me. Slow, deliberate steps, a fixed gaze that never wavers. His shoulders almost brush against mine as he passes behind me, and I can feel the heat of his body through the minimal space between us. It's a calculated move to demonstrate control, to remind me that in this space, under these circumstances, he has the power to affect me in ways no one else can. "You've thought about that night." It's not a question. It's a statement made with the certainty of someone who knows my every reaction, every thought I try to hide. I haven't. The lie sounds weak even to me. How could I not think about it? How could I forget the way he touched me, how he kissed me, how he whispered my name against my skin? How could I ignore the way my body responded to his, as if we were two instruments tuned to the same frequency? He laughs softly, a low sound that rumbles in his chest and spreads through the air between us. It's the laugh of someone who has just caught me in a blatant lie, who finds amusement in my pathetic attempt at denial. "You have, more than once." His fingers brush against my bare arm, a seemingly casual touch that sends waves of electricity straight into my nervous system. It's not a touch to hold or restrain, it's to remind. To reignite memories I tried to erase, to show me that no matter how much time passes, he still has direct access to every nerve ending in my body. "You came back, Mina. That's all that matters." The sound of my name in his voice is like a caress. He says it in a way no one else does, imbuing it with an intimacy that transcends the physical and touches something much deeper. I turn to face him, trying to gather the fragments of my resolve. My heart is beating so hard I'm sure he can hear it. But my voice tries to remain steady, attempting to create some emotional distance. "This is a mistake. Maybe." He pauses, letting the word float between us like a dangerous admission. "But it's the kind of mistake you'll make again." The truth in his words hits me like a punch to the gut, because he's right. Even knowing this is complicated, that it will hurt, that it will end badly, I still want it. I still need it. He moves closer until our faces are almost touching. I can feel his warm breath against my skin. I can see the golden flecks in his dark eyes. I can count every eyelash, notice the small, almost invisible scar near his right temple. "Now tell me, are you going to stay away again?" The question hangs in the charged air between us. It's both a challenge and a seduction. He's giving me the chance to lie again, to pretend I have control over this situation, over my own desires. I remain silent, and the silence answers for me. It's a quiet surrender, a wordless admission that no matter how strong I try to be, he will always be my weakness. That I can run as many times as I want, but I will always come back. He smiles slowly, dangerously. It's the smile of a predator who has just confirmed his prey has nowhere left to run. "Good girl." The words slide down my spine like warm honey. There's something in the way he says it, not condescending, but appreciative, as if my honesty, my vulnerability were gifts he deeply values. His hand moves up slowly to my chin, his fingers tracing the line of my jaw before positioning themselves firmly, guiding my face upward until our eyes meet completely. The kiss happens before I can decide. It isn't soft. It isn't delicate. It's as if he's reclaiming something that was always his but had been temporarily out of reach. There is hunger in this kiss, weeks of accumulated tension dissolving in a moment of contact. His hands find my waist, pulling me against him until there is no space between our bodies. The cold wall behind me contrasts dramatically with his heat in front, creating a perfect prison of sensations. One hand stays at my waist, fingers spreading possessively over the silk of my blouse. The other moves to the nape of my neck, fingers tangling in my hair, preventing any attempt to pull away, not that I wanted to. The kiss deepens, becomes more urgent. I can feel weeks of repressed need materializing in this moment. I can feel how he knows me, how he knows exactly how to touch me, to completely disarm me. When he finally pulls back, my lips are still burning with the intensity of the contact. My breath is ragged, my heart racing. He watches me with the same intensity as always, as if he has just confirmed something he always knew but needed to check again. His eyes scan my face, registering every reaction. The flushed cheeks, the swollen lips, the eyes still closed, trying to absorb what just happened. He seems pleased with what he sees. Go home. The command is soft, but final. There's no room for discussion. But when you hear my voice again, don't pretend you weren't waiting. The words carry a promise and a veiled threat. He's giving me permission to leave, but he's also planting the seed for next time. Because there will be a next time. We both know that now. He moves away with the same predatory confidence he approached with. He returns to his original position, leaning against the desk, as if the last few minutes were just a vivid dream. I walk to the door on legs that don't seem to belong to me, each step heavy with the weight of what just happened. Each step heavy, as if the floor were pulling me back, begging me to stay. My hand hesitates on the doorknob. For a moment, I consider turning around, consider staying, consider surrendering completely to this force that connects us so intensely. But when I look over my shoulder, he's watching me with that same penetrating gaze. There's no pressure there, only certainty. The certainty that no matter what I choose now, this isn't over between us. And as I step into the elevator, I realize with crystal clarity, I already know I'll be back. The elevator descends in silence, each passing floor taking me further away from him, but also bringing me closer to the inevitability of our next encounter. Because now I know, without a shadow of a doubt, that 3 weeks was my limit. Next time, maybe not even that. In the reflection of the polished metal doors, I see my lips, still flushed from his kiss, and for a fleeting moment, I allow myself to smile. Because maybe, just maybe, some mistakes are worth making. Repeatedly.